Hey guys, what's up? Time for a longer game. Just for fun. Okay, let's play 1e4. Just to shake things up, not at all. Okay, Owen's defense. So, this is signaling that black wants to fianchetto his queen's bishop, which, when it goes there, will be targeting this pawn here. The pawn is currently not defended. There are a few things we can do. Bishop d3 is okay. Knight c3 is also possible. The downside with that is that it might be black's intention to come out and pin this. But if they do that, we can always then play bishop d3 as well. So I will develop my knight. Knights before bishops. Opponent's rated 1366, and there we go. Okay. So I don't have to play this now. If he plays this, I can then play bishop d3. And has he got any way of preventing that? Not that I can see. The other option, of course, is f3, but you don't really want to do that because you're just opening up this diagonal towards the king. So, let's bring out the other knight. Got to be careful about this pawn. Queen e2 is also an idea, but not before bishop d3. So if he comes out and pins, I'm just going to do that. Okay, he's put a second attacker on there. So I can still defend with the bishop, which will be defender number 2. I then also have the option of queen e2 as well, which is fine. So let's do this. It's a developing move, so nothing really is lost. Also, I am looking down at the king side, so that's okay. Don't know how smart I'm going to be right now because I am in a fasted state. And some people say that they're sharper in that when they're fasting. Okay, so there you go. Queen e2, second defender. And so now black's welcome to this. I will recapture with the b pawn, and I'll have a reasonable pawn structure. I'm ready to castle as well, as is he. Let's get castled. Happy to trade on c3. And also my bishop's getting ready to come out with a pin of his own. Another option is even bishop d2, so that if he takes, I can take with the bishop, in the anticipation of maybe opening up the centre, take out the knight, something like that. Got to be slightly careful about the e5 push and the timing of it, because if there's nothing else defending this knight other than this pawn here, I don't really want to be capturing with Gary the g-pawn, do I? No, I don't. My bishop's currently occupied defending this and can't really defend the knight at the same time. Okay, well that makes life a lot easier. So I'm inclined to think now e5 is just begging for it. e5 with tempo on the knight. Now, where's the knight going to go? If we go here, he comes in, I can take him with the knight. There, if he trades, then he comes in, I could take him with the bishop. But I don't even have to. So let's do that. Also opening this up. So we're annoying this knight. Now if my queen had eyes on that pawn, then it would be a double throw. Oh, he's come all the way back. Never retreat, never surrender. Alright, so options. Got loads and loads of time. a3, some people might be thinking about a3. I feel like that's too slow right now. Bishop out here is kind of interesting. The knight can't block because it gets taken by a pawn. So if I play, that's bishop g5. If he pushes the pawn, I could take him out. Knight takes. Haven't really quite got enough firepower behind that. It'd be nice to have a knight within striking distance of there, and that means this square because this one's out. So what about knight here? That's an idea. Knight g5 is an idea. With the threat of bishop takes here, with check, king has to move, bishop retreats. So if I put my knight here, how can he stop it? Well, he can push g6. And that's definitely... See, my knight's defended by this bishop, right? Also, my queen's threatening to come in as well. So he really has got to do this. And when he does that, then look at this. Let's do it in blue. We've got a lot of airways now around the king. And also the knight isn't even harassed there. Okay, so I could think about putting my queen here. Or, well, not there. But on one of these two squares. To threaten this. And then he's going to have to push probably h5. And that could be trouble because I can take this one out. Then he can capture with f. We shall see. So maybe it's a good opportunity to bring my queen to one of these two squares. They're both pretty good. They're both pretty flexible. This one's probably safer because it's not in line with the rook. Also moving my queen would allow my queen's knight to flip round. Maybe here, I don't know. So let's play queen here. Just again, let's stop and think about what can the opponent do. Could play f5. In which case I do have the option to capture en passant, but I'd rather not do that. h4, h5. See, look at these sexy bishops, man. That's really cool. What about, let's say I drop my knight back and then threw my bishop into h6. Annoys the rook, rook runs away. But then I can't really get my queen in there in a hurry, can I? h4, h5. Or is it simply queen here? So let's say I play this, he does something. He's still cramped on that queen side as well, isn't he? I come here, he has to play this. I could then even drop my bishop down to e2. Let's do this and see what he does. Knight's defended by my bishop. This is great. See, just another example of bishops fulfilling a useful role without doing anything at all. They can just say, yeah, I've got him. Got him in my sights, don't worry about it. h6 would be not great. He's going to have to push this, I think. Or do I get h4, h5 in first? h4, h5 with the queen lined up with the king, right? That could be worse. Even if my knight's in the way as it is now. If I was to take here, queen comes here. Bishop's too far away. Bishop needs to be on this diagonal to get a checkmate, I think. So yeah, I've been playing some 10-minute games and I've been playing badly. Down in the low 1400s. What happens if f6? Probably just retreat the knight. Maybe to here. Actually, if f6... If I take it, just invites his knight back into the game. There's no reason at all to do that. Currently the knight can't get in. This bishop's out of the action, this bishop's out of action, this knight hasn't started, nor is this rook. Right, his queen's not moved. So 10 moves in, and I'm lining up an attack. I haven't technically completed development because I've still got a bishop on the back rank, but we're starting to attack already. And that's just down to a couple of dubious moves. I didn't like this knight move. I guess if you came in here, takes, but takes actually would win material, wouldn't it? So I couldn't take him. So that's like effectively it's an outpost for the knight for the time being. Yeah, because if knight comes in, knight takes, pawn takes. So, oh no, then I take the pawn with the bishop. Bishop takes, queen takes, bishop. Yeah. Anyway, so we've done this, and he's having a really good think. And I took exactly 2 minutes over that previous move. But Yatin W is thinking even more. You quite often see this. I'm just looking at the timing, the little bars, little white and black bars now. Makes his first moves very, very quickly, and then suddenly, come move 9, 10, he's having to spend 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever, on a single move. There's a jet coming over. Oh, he's decided to bring a knight into the game. Okay. So we've pretty much decided if I put my queen here or here, I'm simply threatening mate in 1, and then he's got to do this. But if Harry 4, Harry 5, I like it. I can't see a downside to it. He's not got anything lined up. This bishop is not an attacking piece. If it comes here, I just win it. Right? If it comes here, that's just as bad. He's built himself a light squared pawn chain, and he's got his light squared bishop behind it, where it's out of the game. Both of these knights... Oh, hang on. It's defended by my queen. Yes, might be worth thinking about. Might be worth doing that. Because if the knight comes in, if I get careless, and I do get careless sometimes, yeah, I guess the bishop's guarding that, but I would lose the central pawn. There's really no reason to lose the central pawn. I might want to use this queen. So if there takes... Okay, there he goes. So we've now prompted h5. Now, I'm just thinking about maybe put my queen here. Move the knight, drop my queen in. Don't know. Still need to defend this pawn, so is there anything wrong with this move? The knights can't touch me because they're on light squares now, so they can't move. They can't move anyway. This move defends the pawn. It's the only move that defends the pawn. Now, he might then push the f-pawn, but I think we'll survive that. If he moves it like here, I can actually have this pawn and then this one for free. So I'm not threatening this right now. It is g4. How stupid is that? I mean, if takes, then Harry can proceed. See, right now, he's just got nothing. He's got nothing lined up against my king. So really, how weakening would this move be? Okay. Now he's going to bring a bishop to the party. Splendid. So this is an idea. But let's have a look around. That doesn't work. It's defended by the queen. I bring this knight round. If he wants to give up his dark squared bishop, let him. So I think it's time to bring this knight into the game. Also defends his pawn, by the way, and then I can actually play c3. So that's not a bad thing. Okay. Now if takes, he's got queen takes, or h takes. My problem with that move is that I'm putting my own pawn again in front of that, but here, or if I just move the queen, let him trade off. I mean, yeah, we both lose our dark squared bishop, and he needs his dark squared bishop to attack. So to defend these dark squares, I need mine to attack these dark squares, but I've got other pieces. So I could just do this, for example. Let's say he takes. Let's say I sack my bishop for 2 pawns here. Queen takes, check. King has to go in the corner. I get this pawn as well. Yeah. Right, I could choose to take back straight away with... Well, I've got to be a bit careful as well. I can't leave his bishop lingering there because it's still actually guarding this square. But you never know. This is defended. That's fine. What on earth was I thinking? Why didn't I take the... I literally just didn't look at his last move. Oh, that was just an... You see, this is what's going on. It's like I'm making sense, but then I'm not. Okay, I'm going to attack you again. That was just insane. I've just lost a pawn and a knight for no reason whatsoever. Okay, now he's coming after my bishop. Takes. No, I've just made life really hard for myself, haven't I? Right, I have to give up the bishop. I might counter-attack this one. That was just ridiculous. Okay, well, it makes it a bit more fun anyway. So, your bishop's hanging. I didn't even think about... Well, he could have then taken my DSB. I don't really want him to do that. Okay, this guy has to escape. He could go there and try and trade himself off, but then I've got f4. I'm going to play f4. Now you can go back there or back there. Okay, again he retreats. Now then. Okay, my concern is now that I've now built this dark squared structure, but this pawn might advance at some point. Stupid move. G4. I want to get rid of this boy. He could actually push it, but then I can open everything up. And the point is, he still has got a load of junk over the wrong side of the board. Okay, takes. Huh. Here, rook can take back. I give check, rook takes. There, rook hasn't got time to take actually, because I push. No! That's a check. If he takes with the knight, same thing. But then bishop takes. Then it's getting spicy. I could come here or here and hit the rook. I probably want to put my queen on a light square on the G file. Okay, if either takes, I can just recapture and win a piece back. See, this was time for him to get giddy. I made a blunder because I'm a bit slow and just simply didn't pay attention. I mean, it's the absolute fundamentals. What did my opponent just do? Right? What I didn't notice was my opponent just took my knight. Right? I was talking to you. I saw that the bishop was on that square, but I didn't. Okay, so now he's just given up his bishop because this move again comes with check. Okay, right. Now we take stock again. Hang on. He's +4. Oh, he's got 2 pawns back actually for his piece. Now he actually only has a light square bishop, so I'm thinking maybe this. Maybe this. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, knight here attacks the rook, right? The rook, if it is attacked, can't stay there, can't go there, can't go there, could go here. My knight's on this square. Knight here, rook here. So he's actually 3 pawns up now. Whoop-de-doo. Okay. He's getting aggro on me now. So king here, rook can't come in with check, he just loses his rook. This is his idea, he wants to force my king away and then trade and simplify. Not going to happen, bud. What about king here? Get it on a dart square. King there, rook comes in. King there. No, because rook goes back there. Okay, king here, rook comes in, king e1. Ooh, hello. I take that, attack the bishop. Rook comes in, I come here. It's a bit hairy. And plus I feel like my queen actually becomes weaker. Although I'm in my opponent's territory, but that pawn ain't going nowhere. What I'm better off doing is somehow finding a way to attack this knight. Because if the knight can't move, so let's say I do like this. I'm threatening to take the knight. If the knight moves, I take f7 instead. Right, the question is, what's my opponent going to do? So let's say if I go here, he can't play this because queen takes, right? If I go here, he comes in here. I go there. Maybe he trades off. So I'm going queen here. I don't want him. I need that rook. I don't want him to take that rook. So what about something like getting my bishop off the back rank to connect my rook? Something like this. Right, he comes in here. I dodge. He takes rook. I recapture with another rook. Maybe even bishop here. If I put my bishop there, could he move the knight? No, he can't. Okay, I'm going to stick my bishop here and see what he's got. I'm really not that interested in that pawn, but my idea is to put like my queen here, really attack this knight. And even if the king moves away, I can still take because it's only defended by the queen. So I'm kind of expecting this, in which case I'll just dodge. And if he wants to trade off, happy days. In fact, where does the bishop go to safety? Yeah, okay, here. There. I'll just run away. I'm going to get over here. I'm quite safe on that side of the board, I think. So hopefully this video will be about how to win a chess game after blundering stupidly. Takes, rook takes. He's got no checks then. And again, this really bad bishop. Just doing nothing. If he plays bishop here, well, he can't because I win the rook. I could have put my king here, actually, preventing rook here because he loses the rook. But I'm kind of half expecting him to capture there anyway. If he lifts his rook, I just come here. Knight's defended by the king. Now he can't drop the rook back onto h1. Oh, he kind of can. Okay. Alright. Right, we're going to find ourselves in an ending, so there goes my intended video title. Can't put my king here, by the way, because if queen takes, the knight will be pinned by the rook. So I think we're going to have to trade off. He takes. Could attack the rook. Oh, that's a second attacker on the knight, and the rook can't defend the knight because of the square. My bishop controls all of these, right? That's not bad. He can't take the pawn. Knight defends. That was lucky. Looks like I'm going to win a piece back. This is something evil as knight can do, and I don't see how it can. So what's more, I mean, he can't drop back there either, because this skewers the king and wins the exchange as well as the knight, and still, then his only remaining piece could be the worst bishop in the world. I kind of want to put my king here and just defend this pawn. This pawn's a weakness. Well, this comes with check anyway. So I have a tempo, I have an extra move. He's got 4 legal moves. Right. And now I think king here defends this pawn. Knight there also defends this pawn and attacks the rook. The problem is that he could just move the rook out of the way, like here, and then move a pawn and kick my knight. So I think king is best. It also reconnects the rooks. No bad thing. Okay, that's 2 attackers. Whatever. Is it time for this then? I hit his rook. Rook can't take, and he can't stay there, and he can't go there. And he can't go there because king takes it. Okay, so I hit his rook, he goes here. I go like there. I'm actually threatening to take either of these pawns with my knight. If the bishop moves, you see, then this pawn will be pinned by my rook on the king, so therefore cannot defend either of these two. Whew. Even got this option of but then all of his pieces are on light squares, which is a fairly good job of this. So right now I've got one more knight than he's got. Okay, now if I attack you, he can't attack my bishop there. He will go here, but then I can take this with check and then take that. Yeah, okay. He can't give check here. He can't attack the knight there, right? He's got to move, and that's out. So no, because knight takes, no, because king takes, no, because rook takes, no, because knight takes, no, because knight takes, no, because rook takes, no, because bishop takes. So he's really got one move. And when he does this, I can give check here, and the pawn that's pinned cannot capture, right? And the king can't go there, or there. Well, he can't go there anyway, but... So the king has to go here or here. Yeah. Because knight guards this, bishop guards this. Then I could do this, and then he can't take my bishop because I win the rook. Wowzers in my trousers. Tactics upon tactics. Whew, man. You are pinned. You are out of the game. Okay, hero. Okay, there you go. Now I could just save the bishop. I'm actually a pawn up, believe it or not, kids. So I could just like bring my bishop back here. So if I take there, it's another pawn. He takes my bishop, I take his bishop, or I take his rook. The bishop's kind of safer, but I don't actually think there's any danger of being... So he's got to do something. But okay, hang on. What if it does this and he moves? Well, I take the bishop. Bishop's a decent piece. Is there anything else? Don't think there is. My knight is now actually hanging, so I've got 2 hanging pieces, therefore. Okay. I'm 2 pawns up. Well, I'm not. I'm a knight up, but he's got 1 extra pawn. So I've actually got an extra on here, but he's got 2 extras here. This is the danger. If he's going to win this game, it's probably going to involve this pawn majority. But now if he counterattacks, I think, yeah, I'll just take that. Got to. So that's what he's going to do, isn't it? I win this. He wins this. JJ, go out. Whew. So it really was a hunty special, this one, wasn't it? This is what I've been doing recently. Like playing some very decent chess and then completely rogering myself up the nose. Okay, you have to take here, really, don't you? Now, where's my knight going to go? Probably there. But if he takes this here as well, I've got an issue. I've got a hanging pawn there. If I go here and he takes, that hits the knight, and then I can't take this pawn. So, what do we want to do? Got nearly 6 minutes to think about it as well. I think we might need to... So if I come here... Oh, he gives check and I block. Yeah. That I can live with. I mean, trading off one of his rooks is good for me. I'll be happy to go in with a knight and a rook against one rook. And a pawn down. This is not bad. Okay, but my knight does want to get itself back into the play area. So this... You can't defend there. So this, probably that, or that, you see. It's turning out to be a really decent game. I should blunder crap more often. Ah, okay, that's a better move. That's a better move because my king now can't go to any of these squares. So now do I drop back here? Right, so he's more than likely going to take there. I can hit this rook and this pawn. Need to get my knight to... I mean, I've got this and this possibly, but... Or do I want to double up? That might be a good idea, actually. Double up on the f-file. Yeah, he can't attack this pawn again with that rook. From there or from there. Because those are safe. Here hits the rook. There hits this rook. So I still have this, but my idea is rook AF1 and force him to defend, which would be great. Or he might push, but then he's disconnected his king from his pawns. There is an increment, so we need to make sure that we get an advantage in the game. Actually, this is quite nice because it's a fork. And rook there, not brilliant, is it? Okay, is this your plan? If I play rook AF1, he does this. I could just block with either rook and try and trade off. Yeah. Let's chuck the ball back over his side of the court. That was a 54-second think he just had. Now, even with a 10-second increment, he can't afford that many 54-second thinks. Okay, now I'm thinking, rook attack the rook. I can't go here because rook takes. So here, he's got to defend this pawn. So he's gonna, if I go here, he's going to put his rook there or there. Let's do this one. because I can always swing back and attack this pawn as well. Rook g1, and I'm threatening to take this pawn because that one will be pinned. It's another idea, but I like the comfort, the security of having my rooks connected. Okay, so I'm attacking this rook and I'm attacking this pawn. He's got two options to defend both. If he goes d8, I might like to come in here. Maybe here, attack. Don't know. Definitely got options though. This, I'm just going to block it. Three minutes 30. Okay, so that he's done that move. All right. Knight here. He'll push his pawn. Knight comes back here. There, pushes. I could go back. This is also an idea. Let's cut off one of my king's options though. I don't feel like his rooks are very well positioned actually. I'd love to attack these pawns. That means knight on squares like these. Or that square. Oh, ah! Curses. Well, he's found a good move, hasn't he? Right, well, I take the pawn, eh? Now he captures here with check. He's going to win an extra pawn. But I come here. He captures there, gets the knight. I come in here, hit his rook. He hasn't got a skewer. I come in here and hit the rook. And it's all equal. I have an extra knight. He has 4 pawns against 1. And he knows now he has to move a bit quicker. And he's got to be careful. You've got to. Knights are sneaky little buggers. He has got a check. Then I come here and put 2 attackers on there. Okay. Right, I do not want my knight to be pinned. Therefore, I think I'm going to centralise my king. He comes here with check, I win the pawn. So I'm attacking the pawn, how are you going to defend it? That doesn't work. Oh, and nor does that. That was an accident. Also, rook here loses to a fork. I'm just hoping that a little bit more experience will help me spot tactics quickly. He's under 3 minutes. Last move was 24 seconds. Right, these sneaky knights, you know. Got to be so careful. Now I couldn't have left my king there because then rook here and the knight is pinned and can't move with the fork. Might even threaten to move one of my rooks onto the G file, and that's just really going to invite his king to lift, which doesn't really benefit me massively. I've got this as well, maybe attacking that pawn. But I do love my knight. The knight is my favourite piece. Okay. Do I take? Again, he can't check me. So, I've won one of his 4 pawns. If I can get a couple more, we should be absolutely fine. Now, my king was defending this square, so I don't have an option. He can't do that, he can't do that, he can't do that. So he's going to have to think now. And as we all know, that hurts. Still have the option of one of my rooks here and the other one taking this pawn. Okay, got 4 minutes. He's under 2 minutes now. I can attack this rook, but that gives him a check. Is there any reason to do that? Can I lift this pawn? safely? I do not know. Can I attack this pawn? How does he defend? That doesn't work. That does. Okay. Here, here, let's say. I think it's got to be done. That's not on. That's not on. That's not on. Pawn's in danger. Can't push forward. I just eat it. 1 minute 38, 7. So I'm hoping, kind of hanging my hopes on a filthy fork at some point. This might be an idea as well. Even something, I don't know. Okay, there you go. And that hits the rook. Not really necessary. Lift the pawn. It's causing him problems now. This rook is now tied down. That's the problem. If I just like do this, I threaten to put my king here. I think that's alright. Yeah, he can now skewer the king. I go here. He goes there. Ooh. Yeah. So here, and I can't go on any of these squares, right? And I have to defend the knight, and I can't go here. So he goes here, I go here. Then he's got that. And I can block, but then he wins the knight. Okay, that is not, I think, so bad. Here, there, that's fine. I think the other one was worse. Okay. That takes. That, he moves away. Can't go there, can't go there. It's all right. This pawn is still actually pinned and also attacked twice. So should his rook trade itself off, suddenly this pawn is in a bit of trouble and has to push. Okay, I can block. If he moves away, I can win this pawn potentially. So he really has to go back to where he came from. I don't like his chances if he gives up a rook. There we go. Remember, this rook has to defend this. All right. Okay. There. I have knight here. Right, okay. Takes. My king is too far away to stop the g-pawn from promoting. So I think I have to drop right back. Now if he pushes this pawn, that's not great because I get a fork. Okay. Rook g1. You can't push this pawn because I fork him. You can't push this pawn because I fork him. Rook g1 pins this pawn, so it's not defending this square, therefore the knight can access that square, potentially with a fork. I'm scared. I don't like it. I have to bring my king somehow. He's doing well though, this lad. Still, actually here, he can't move this one. He can move this one. Is it worth me? No. My king is actually banned from this side of the board. He can't get through. If he pushes this pawn, he's a goner. Because I win the rook. Do I now sack my knight for a pawn? I don't think I can I? Go here. He can't, again, he can't push that. But I think this is, oh, again, you're finding good moves. Stop it. There, pawn takes. He's threatening to come in here. And this is where the increment really counts, you see. This is why you should play with an increment. That doesn't work attacking the rook, because he just comes in and forks. Okay. Not much I can do here. Not much I can do. The boy is playing too solidly. Okay. I take here. King takes rook, I take rook. I take here, pawn takes. But the problem is that his king is now in a position where it can just allow the pawn through. There. There, pawn takes. No, it's a lost position. There, king take, rook takes, pushes, wins for black. I think the only hope I've got is that. And he now takes with the pawn. All he has to do, you see, is put his rook on the c file, and then his b pawn is completely free. That's the problem. If we're down to king and pawn against king, rook and pawn, it's just hopeless. So now what do we do? Now, trading rooks doesn't work. I have to just try something like this. But, you know, king and rook against a solo king is losing. But that might even be better. Then I come here. Okay, I have to take the queen. There's nothing for it. King takes, I advance my pawn. Can't do that. That I just push on. Okay, I think it has to be this, doesn't it? I really want to get this pawn up the board before his king can get to it. And I'm sure at mid-1300s he knows how to checkmate with a king and a rook. And with a 10-second increment. Okay. Because here I keep pushing. How's your endgames, pal? If the pawn goes further, he can't stick the rook behind it yet. That's the problem. He does have this actually. That's quite evil. Then I have to go here. Then he attacks my pawn, and we're going to end up in a. Okay. think I have to go here. He attacks, I defend. Okay, I defend. He pushes, I have to take. And then, again, yeah, he should be in a winning position. So, are you going to blunder your rook? So what he needs to do now is gain opposition against my king. Okay. That's one way of doing it. Not the method I use, trying to box the king. Okay, and I can go here. If he takes opposition, which means you're 2 squares apart in a straight line, then I can move out of it. Okay, that doesn't work. When was the last capture? Move 70. Got my work cut out, haven't I? So we've had 14 moves. Okay. So I can't go to any of these. Therefore, it doesn't make a huge amount of difference where I do go. He should put his rook on here. No. He doesn't know what he's doing, does he? There's a slight stalemate danger too. But that's mate. Well done, fella. Okay, let's have a quick look at that game review, because wow. It was all just down to that blunder. I was doing so well. And again, I just... What? Okay, so here... Wow, I got the advantage back. Yeah, I should have just recaptured. Best move was... Pawn takes. Okay, and I'm in a slightly better position, which is what I was going for. Okay, but then after this... That's a missed win. I had a chance there. What should I have done? Okay. But in a minute I get... And that's a blunder. How does it lose a knight? Okay. And I'm winning. So I made 2 more blunders actually. Okay, I win the knight. Okay, now I'm just better. Where did I go wrong? That wasn't the best move. Oh, threatens mate because the bishop's guarding these squares. And skewering the king. Oh, Hunty. That was great. So was that. But that wasn't best. Wow. Save the bishop. Save the bishop, give up the knight. Not a massive difference though. Just about a pawn. Okay, so where do I blunder? I mean, it's a long, protracted endgame, wasn't it? Should have attacked the rook, okay. Wait for it, blunder. Yeah. So I think he should have done here, right? Yeah. And forces like me to here, then rook here wins the knight. Yeah. Okay, so he did this and misses. Let's go back to the review. So he should have won then. Okay, and we're now in a kind of a drawn position. Okay. And that's a miss. That was a miss. King can't go here, or can he? How does it win a pawn? Show me. Wow. Could have maybe saved the draw. So, hang on. So this, if king goes there, I come around the other side, he's saying. Or rook h7. I'll still need to work on those endgames. But opponent did really well. So what's the scores on the doors? Both in the 70s. That is not bad at all. And apparently he played like a 1500, so, and I didn't. Then I did blunder a piece and made life very difficult for myself, and it's hard to find the best moves from a bad position. It's kind of the theme of the week, really. But I enjoyed myself. Hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you. Appreciate your support. See you later.